always talk about Hero.
But when I do, I'm surrounded by elegant decor.
Something like that. We can make it happen. Either way, Hero seems to be ready.
Yeah.
There just seems to be some lag for him today. I hope it won't bother him too much. Of course, Hero is currently in Korea, while Hawk is in North America. Hero is our red pro spawning on the left bottom side of Frost. I've already said that before. And EG's Hawk. Chris Lorange is our blue proto spawning on the right top side. I like how Hawk played game one. I think I think he did a lot of stuff right. It is very hard to defeat a pro player from Hero's caliber. However, I don't think his game is too bad about. I think some things could have been different. But as we all know, Kibble, StarCraft is a lot easier when Fog of War is turned off. You're just sitting here and you look at it, you're like, man, I could play this game.
Oh, what's all your base? Oh man, I'm trying to remember right now what it was in the Brood War. So that's the only way I played StarCraft for the first 3 years. And then like they introduced this mechanic with this new patch. I don't know why they chose to do it, but when you played multiplayer, you actually couldn't type that thing in anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. I forget what the command was. It was a different one than. There were a bunch of them.
I used to when I just started playing Red Alert.
Black Sheep Wall. Thank you.
I used to play Red Alert when I was very young. And that's also like if you just send your tank across the map one time, then you have vision for that part of the map for the rest of the game. All you have to do is just scout it one time,
Yeah.
And then suddenly there was this one game which was, I don't know, maybe it was Tiberian Sun or something. And it was this one, I won't say race, but I guess it's not really races. What was it in Red Alert? Class, I guess. And they had this building that could stealth their entire base. And then like it was really hard to scout. And I thought it was so stupid. It's like, no, I scouted their base before. And now they have this silly building that's cloaking all their buildings. And I don't know what they're doing. This is stupid. I don't like this game.
It's like an arbiter.
Yeah, yeah, but then like for the entire base.
Insane.
It was just like this big generator. And then they were landing thunderstorms over your base. And I was like, no. Super weapon. Iron curtain ready. Those were the days, Kibbles.
Thrown back. All right, well. Here we are in modern day with Huck 8 4.0 version 8 facing off against Hero. And we'll have to see, man. Hero, I think he really sharpened up his play in the early game. I'm not seeing anything in the... It's odd for me, being away from casting for a while and being like, what is going on here? I know this isn't Hero. What has happened? Is Hero like drastically different than the Hero that I've come to know? But no, not at all, in fact. He's still just as excellent as I've always expected and still really, really good at multitasking.
The roles might actually be reversed this game. There's a very good shot that Hero is going to drop one more gateway, so that Hero is going to be a 3 gateway opener. Chrono Boost going down on cybernetic score. This probe is going to drop a pylon. Oh, that's not what I expected.
Really? All the way to the corner?
Yeah. Is he going to drop one more gate, or is this going to be 2 gate into an expand? That is possible as well. We will see. Either way, it's a 1 gate fast expand Stargate over here for Hawk.
Yeah.
So, and Hawk is doing exactly what Hero did against Stop on Frost. For Hawk it went for Hero it went very unsuccessful. Since this is cross map and Hawk's mothership core will actually live, this is a little more successful for Hawk. He might be able to get away with it, especially if Hero drops a Robo now. I think that would be the best case scenario for Hawk.
There it is. Hero's Robo does go down. And so Hawk with a really great opening here. We'll have to see how it does pan out, of course, in the later stages of the game. But here in the first 6 minutes, I mean, Hawk's going to be pretty happy once he eventually does get a scalp. Hero, though, has a Phoenix coming in. And, oh, it's actually
no, that's
hallucinated Oracle.
It's a little different. Is he going to cast Photon Overcharge or not? Is he going to... Nah. Hawk's so good. Hawk knows. Hawk sees that Oracle and he's like, that Oracle's fake, son. I ain't falling for that. It's a good call.
Time to start your fake beam. Kill some probes.
Now Hero is dropping his target as well. I'm very surprised about that.
Yeah.
Hawk see that. Like, this is the type of call that does not make sense to me unless it's another Stargate. What? Hero! What are you doing?
All the techs. That's the answer. Literally all 3 techs were in the production queue simultaneously in a PvP.
That's...
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Good call there. I watch a lot of PvP. I don't see that very often. I do not understand this Stargate. Unless all he wants to do with it is make 1 Phoenix, or let's say 2 Phoenixes, one to shut down the Oracle, and the other one to... did Hawk cancel his Oracle or something? He did, right?
Oh, but the Phoenix does make it in and get the scout on both of those structures. I didn't actually see the click though, but I'm sure he hit it.
I am so confused. Like, I watch a lot of PvP, I play a crazy amount of PvP, but I have no logical explanation for some of the things we've just seen.
Kevin, can I do a really big throwback right now?
Go for it.
Mind games.
Hashtag mind games. Alright, so now Hero is like, well, you know, I made this target. Let's make a Phoenix. 8 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. Well, I'm hallucinating some Phoenix as well. Hawk is ahead 7 workers. I still felt that Hawk could have let that Oracle finish, you know, unless he just like felt like, nah, he's gonna cast Photon Overcharge, then my Oracle will be idling outside of range, then he makes 1 Phoenix, he shuts down. But even if you force your opponent to make a Phoenix, you know, that's not that bad, I guess. I still think that Hawk could have gone for it. Yes, he did get scouted, but, you know, I wouldn't have mind to see it. Either way, he just decided to not use his target at all. Hero on the other hand made 1 Phoenix, and Hero is looking for an Oracle that never saw daylight. And now both players are like, cool, we both got alt attack.
So nothing at all has been done with the Twilight quite yet. You know, I think he got it to like preemptively prepare for +2.
Yeah, like
that's
no, it's way too soon. Normally you don't see it like that. This is so crazy.
Kevin, I'm very sarcastic, not a very sarcastic individual.
Oh, okay.
So, all the time.
I mean, you know, eventually it will serve its purpose, of course, because this is PvP, so eventually +2 will be researched. I don't know, I'm very amazed. It's funny how a 10-minute PvP where absolutely nothing has died, other than a probe, can confuse one individual that much. And I even have Fog of War turned off. And I'm still sitting here and I don't understand. So, well, we learn something new every day.
There's the Templar Archives on the way. Does that help illuminate? Well, no, alright. So
look at this 1 Phoenix. This 1 Phoenix is actually doing work. I think Hawk for the longest time thought it was a fake Phoenix, but it's not. 1 Phoenix is going to kill the Mothership Core over here. Now that's also something I've never seen before.
Well, like, okay. Photon Overcharge easily saves that though.
Photon Overcharge saves it. The feedback on that Phoenix would have hurt at least a little bit. Then Stalkers and Archons could have finished it off.
Heroes, this Phoenix is my job is done.
I really like what this Phoenix did as well. Actually, yeah, this Phoenix is gonna die. What this Phoenix did, before it started working on that mothership, I missed it by the way, but you can see it, he lifted up 2 of these probes. They were not mining now for the longest time. And the only reason he did that is to burn some of his energy, so feedback wouldn't kill the Phoenix. Cute move there by Hero, and actually slowed the gas mining down a little bit.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Man, that was like the silliest mothership core that Hawk has ever lost in his career. I'm sure of that.
I think he just had it on patrol. And
yeah. And like you saw it, like it's one time you're like, oh, your base is under attack, and then you look and it's like, ah, it's another hallucinated Phoenix.
Wait, okay, yeah, he did rebuild it at least.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know
you have to.
If he realized it died.
I wonder if. You know, I know it sounds silly, but I actually think that Storm Drop is pretty damn good in PvP. Because, of course, probes will only have 40 HP, so 2 ticks of the Storm will kill it. Instead, I think we're going to see some Archon action over here by Hawk. Archons could be extremely strong as well, because they can soak up so much damage from a cannon. They are very good in small choke points against Zealots. And, you know, overall, this is still a good game for Hawk. That Mothership Core, yeah, that was a little silly. The openings, I still don't have a logical explanation for some of the things I've seen. But that doesn't matter. Overall, it was good. I guess like Hawk saw that Stargate early on, and then he's just like, you know what? I am not going to let my Oracle finish. By the time it's there, he casts Photon Overcharge, and then it's gonna die. Well, yeah, I don't know. Either way, lots of mind games, lots of counters to counters that never really even saw daylight. But I think Hawk is in a good position. These Archons should be able to do some serious work. This is a big warp in as well. This cannon will not be able to shoot down this warp prism. And at the same time, Hawk is going to try to strike at this base over here. Wow, Hawk, you're putting yourself in a really good position so far.
Yeah, let's see what he can do with it. He's got a 30 supply advantage currently, and a lot of it is in army. About a 20 supply advantage currently. But Huck is going to pull back on the high ground because he's just getting so much damage in at that natural expansion.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow, 2 Archons being saved by 3 HP Warp Prism. Then you know Lady Luck is on your side.
Suddenly I'm having flashbacks actually to Rain versus Hero, because this is the type of game that we saw where, Warp Prisms were narrowly surviving and things were being scouted, though the things weren't really pertinent in this case. Warp Prism, though, is Hero's turn in the top right-hand corner.
Hero's like, hey, what you doing with that Warp Prism? That's my trademark. Don't you know that? And Huck's going to wipe in a lot of defensive zealots, but he has a kind of unfavorable position there. I love how he's already rebuilding pylons over here to make sure that those gateways will stay powered for the longest time. Huck is going to try to go for it again. Hero's army is a little bit out of position, but it's coming back. Okay, is there a high tempo over here for feedback? He's wiping in one right now. Oh, feedback does land on his mothership core. So Huck is going to have to be very careful now. At the same time, he's still doing a lot of work in the natural from Hero. Well, Huck is running away with this game, I think, if this continues.
This has become a pretty crazy PvP. It looks like the drops are being cleaned up in the main of Huck, so he's just dealing damage at the natural right now and falling back over at the third. Overall, a great advantage now for Huck of 25 pros.
25 workers, that's a crazy amount of PvP. Huck is kind of satisfied with the damage he dealt right now. He's like, my mothership core did get feedback, so I should be careful. I don't have the trap card anymore. I can just get out of free. My get out of free geo card. You have those in Monopoly, right?
Yeah.
We do. That's always useful.
Well, unless you're not in jail.
Yeah, well, even then it's useful, because then you know you can mess up once. Like, I can make a mistake. It's all good.
Every kid wishes they had one of those.
And sometimes it's really good to be in Duo Monopoly, you know, like when the entire board is covered by hotels.
And you have no money.
Yeah, then you're just like, I'm fine over here. I'll see what happens. It's like, no 7. Well, I don't mind.
Suddenly skyscrapers start falling like it's Fight Club. You're like, all right, there we go.
Yeah, Huck is going to drop his fort base, which of course is something he should be doing. He has a massive economy. He has pretty much everything going for him. I think he wiped in his second robotics facility as well and the robo base, so he's going to be able to produce 2 Colossus at a time. And all that Hero can do right now is just kind of cross his fingers and try to recover. But being down 43 supply, I think Huck should just attack as soon as he has 4 Colossus, and I don't think it can go wrong for him.
Looks like Hero, he's going for DT, Dark Shrine, and I think this is a cool call because, like you're saying, when Huck gets to 4 Colossi, he's going to push because he's going to be maxed out. He's kind of already, he's at 194. Hero's going to find a way to keep Huck at home until he can actually catch up in army supply. But
Huck is playing some really sexy StarCraft over here. He's dropping Archons in the natural. He's doing run-bys with Zealots in the main. He flies that War Prism to the main, so that means he's creating 3 problems at once right now for Hero. Hero is just taking a lot of damage everywhere. These Colossus, I never thought I'd see the day that Hero would be slightly falling apart, but he is not able to keep up right now with the amount of units that Huck is throwing at him.
In his main, natural, and third, Huck literally had drops in drops or attacks in every base simultaneously. And Hero, now down at 135 supply, is about to fall victim to a maxed out push from Huck.
Yep, Huck just threw away a lot of units that he can actually throw away as well, because he is on 4 bases. He's mining off that magical amount of 8 assimilators. That's when you're having a good time as Protoss. That's when you can get all those upgrades, all your production facilities, whatever you want. If you want Archons, Colossus, Immortals, you name it, you can make it of those 8 assimilators. He's maxed out, he's gonna go for it, and I think Huck's gonna do it, man.
Yeah, this is just too much stuff. I don't know how Hero could possibly hold this off.
Did Huck not bring his Colossus?
Unless the Colossi aren't here.
Okay, so Huck didn't really want to do it just yet. He was setting himself up for it, but he's like, let's drop some more gateways, 6 more gates going down. You have to be a little careful, because the more time you give your opponent, the more likely it is that he somehow gets a magical engagement. These Archons are out of position. Archons are going to try to kill a High Templar, won't succeed in doing so. There's Huck of detection over here. Huck, how many observers do you have? Okay, he has 1. That's a little risky.
Yeah, here come the Dark Templar. There's actually 2 of them. They'll deal with this harass quite beautifully, so Huck's harass is at an end. But I would really love to see Hero with a Warp Prism here. Doesn't look like he has one on the map, so.
If Huck loses that observer that's idling over here, does Hero seize that? Hero has an observer with his army, right? He has a lot of Dark Templars within his army. Actually, Hero only has a single observer. Where is it?
It's in his army, yeah.
Alright, there we go.
It's lagging a little behind.
The observer is like the only chance that Hero has over here. Time Warp will go down. That's actually a reasonable engagement. He does have a few Colossus, but most of them are fake. The observers are crossing each other. But okay, Hero's not going to kill the observer, and with that I think that Huck's army is just simply too strong over here. Hero has lost everything. I felt the only hope he had were those DTs. Maybe sniping the observer and then doing some work. But right now Huck pushing this army back without too many problems at all. His macro is slipping a little bit, but hey, life ain't easy when you're that rich.
Yeah, 2,500, 1,500, Huck's easily just going to remake everything, push across the map, and, well, actually, let's see if this move from Hero could bring Huck's army home. Nope. Nope, he actually has half. He has all his Colossi at home again, but I don't think he needs him this time.
That was the most unfair fight I've ever seen. Like 9 Archons strapping one Archon into a corner. That's just wrong, man. You don't do that. Not to a fellow Archon. Even if he's a different color, you know. You might be a blue Archon, he might be a red Archon. You don't go 8-on-1.
What if he was an evil Archon?
No. Yeah, maybe 2-on-1 at best. Ooh, look at all these probes. It's so juicy.
Yeah.
I love juicy Archon shots. He's not gonna get it. Either way, Hero trying to hang in there for his dear life, and he is wiping in some DTs. And okay, Huck did actually make a lot of additional observers. One observer is almost here with his army. Hero does not give up, never surrender, but Huck just has an overwhelming army. 61 army supply against 129. The economy that Huck had for too long has just been too good. Fantastic harassment by Huck throughout the entire game.
That it has been. I mean, if there's anything that's really defined it, it's that. Like, dropping in 3 bases, and all of them are working. Yeah, sometimes they were killing cannons and stuff, but Hero wasn't able to respond to him.
This is the only observer that's close to the army.
It's maybe right over the top of it.
Yeah, maybe the observer. Yeah,
he killed it.
Wow, he killed it. But I mean, there are 2 more observers. Huck can use Ctrl F2 if he wants to.
Yeah, the problem here is like Hero lost that 3rd base, hasn't been able to take a 4th, so.
Yeah, Huck is just taking his time. We spoke about momentum before, Kibbles, and I can guarantee you there's nothing more fun than being on 4 or 5 bases as a Protoss. And you know you're super far ahead and the other guy's not leaving. And you're just like, yeah, stay in that game, that's okay. Because you're just making me feel like I'm really good at StarCraft. Because now I'm in complete map control, I'm spamming units everywhere, I'm like getting my macros low because I'm spending my money. This is actually very nice for Huck. Like, the longer this game goes on, the better this victory is going to feel. And I'm sure that he already feels pretty high right now as he's like, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you know, we were talking a little bit ago about like how it can be dangerous staying in a game, but at this point, Hero's not recovering.
Exactly. At this point, it's too much. Hero is basically mining off 1 base. His main is mined out. His natural is running low. He doesn't have a turret. Right when I said that most likely Huck's going to try to be a little fancy, we see Warp Prism Speed being researched, also known as Gravitic Drive. Double Stargate, Fleet Beacon, and not a Stargate go down. Why not? Keep that money low, Huck. Just do it, man.
Will he go to carriers?
No. If it's going to be 1 Stargate unit, then it will definitely be the Tempest, and that's just like.
He still has that 2nd one.
That's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, the Gravitic Drive is getting ready to wrap up. We're probably going to see some more harass from Huck. Maybe he'll kill that 3rd again, actually, at this point, because Hero's army supply is actually not that much smaller than Huck's in truth. 52 to 58 right now. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm looking at the worker supply. I'm like, that's pretty confusing. I know you have a lot of Colossi, Hero, but
happens to the best of us, people. No worries. Bunch of Archons and Immortals are going to try to sandwich this army over here. Huck could straight up win the game here. He could also just take his time once more. Getting a couple of juicy shots off here with these Colossus. One Colossus is misrelic for Hero, and Hero is fighting a battle that he just can't possibly win.
A really good angle, though,
yeah,
admittedly.
He's doing a very good job.
Yeah.
This is going as well as it could have gone. I still don't think he can win it.
No.
But he put up a very good fight there. An A for effort. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Huck wins the 2nd game in this best of 3 after a really cool and fancy play here on Frost. A well-deserved victory. Great multitasking, great harass. Just did what he had to do.
Yeah, it almost felt like what